Okay. So let's get this party started here, if we can call it as a party. Welcome everyone. Welcome to fall 2020. Can you please just a quick verification here? Can you let me know if you can hear me well? Because sometimes my mic goes a little bit crazy and my voice goes a little bit robotic. So again, if by any chance you hear my voice robotic at some point, let me know in the chat, because my mic can go crazy a little bit here and there. It's not my mic, actually, it's my computer. But just let me know, okay? Awesome, Trevor. Thank you. Thank you, Prabal. Thank you. Great. Loud and clear. That's how I like it, Ethan. Okay, Matthew. Yeah. Okay, so great. So again, welcome. Welcome to comp229. My name is Edson Oliveira, and I will be your helper. I'll be going side by side with you through this journey. We have a 13 weeks journey in front of us. We have 2.5, no, not 2.5. I mean, I don't know how to do math anymore. We have 3 months and a little bit, 3.5 months to go through this journey. I can tell you this, it will be an intensive journey. It's an intensive course, but we're gonna do this together, okay? So I'll be side by side with each one of you to get you through this, course, which is one of the most intensive courses that I have worked with, I have to tell you. But again, we're gonna do this together. So today, hello, Jaya. Hello, themes. I'm gonna get to know you all a little bit later. But today really is a light day. It's a very light day. It's a light week in a sense, because today specifically we're gonna get to know each other. I'm gonna get to know you. You're gonna get to know me. It's almost a non-technical class here. It's a non-technical interaction. It's really about us getting to know each other. So the first thing that I wanted to put out there is this. By the way, I have 2 monitors. That's the reason why sometimes I look on the side here. So I have 1 monitor here, 1 monitor there. My content is there and it's here. So here and there I keep looking both ways. I'll address the questions in a second. Let's just hold on a second on that. I'll accumulate a few questions and I'll address them. So I would like to invite you, first of all, to share your screen. Sorry, to share your camera if you have one. If you feel comfortable with that, share your camera. Because the reason why I ask that is because we get to know each other more personally and amongst yourselves when we see each other's faces. So again, I would like to welcome you to share your screen if you are okay with that. Because also it's a way for me to check how am I doing. But sometimes, I cannot see your faces, so I don't know if you're doing this or So I cannot see those expressions. So if I can see your faces, it would help me connect with you way better. Okay, so every class I'm gonna ask you, please open up your cameras if you want to, if you can, if you are comfortable with that. I would encourage you a lot to do that. It will help me help you. Okay, so let's see if this question here from Fabio. Are you going to explain today the changes that were made in the structure of web application development class in comparison to last summer term? Fabio, I don't know if there's any point of that, because this is a brand new class. So we are looking forward to the new content. I can tell you this, to address your question quickly, is that up to last term, thank you Max, thank you for sharing, I appreciate that, thanks so much. Up to last semester, this course was focused on C#, .NET Core, Microsoft Stack. This semester, we have jumped to a new environment, to the mean environment, to MongoDB, Node.js, Angular, and Express. In a way, it's a similar track, but with a different stack. Someone that asked me this question before, I told the person like this. It's like you change from an ice cream, a chocolate ice cream, to a vanilla ice cream. Yes, the flavor changed from chocolates to vanilla, but it's still ice cream. Okay, so again, we just changed the stack. The stack has been changed. If you ask me why it has been changed, well, this direction came from powers to be, from the coordination, from people that are looking into the market and looking what is out there, and they decided to change gears. That was it, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. Abdullah, thank you so much. Trevor, Dave, thank you for sharing your screens. Thank you so much. So again, Fabio, I don't know if it's the answer that you were expecting, but that's the answer that I can share, that I know, you know, I can share with you. Okay? Great. So as I said, today is about getting to know each other. So I'm gonna start with myself, giving a little bit of an overview of who am I, what I do, why am I doing, you know, am I the one talking to you today? So no problem, Adrian. Again, as I said, with camera, if you have it, great. If you want to share it, great. If you don't have it, that's okay as well. It's just a way for me to, again, be able to see reactions, be able to relate to faces. I like seeing faces, you know, in this remote environment that we find ourselves right now. I mean, if I'm the one, the only one, you know, that you can see the face of, you lose a little bit the connection, but that's fine. That's fine. That's all good. Okay. If you have it, if you don't, if you are okay sharing or not, you know, that's all good. But again, if you can and you are comfortable with that, I'd appreciate sharing your screens. Oh, sorry, your videos. Okay, so let's get this going here. So again, talking a little bit about myself, but not too much. I've better subjects to talk about than me. So let me share this with you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about me for a second. Okay, you know, this was not supposed to be like this, but again, so let me present this. So let's do like this. First of all, name is not Anderson, okay? I know it's strange. Actually, to be quite honest, even I'm from Brazil originally. Even in Brazil, this is a strange name, you know. Nobody gets it right first time. But let me tell you this: as coders, developers, programmers, we have to have attention to what? What is it that we have to have attention to? Attention to what? When I ask, I mean, you can always go to the Zoom chat and you can answer there. Yes, manas, to details. We have to have attention to details. A little letter, you know, a capital, lowercase, an extra letter in your codes will break your codes. So again, if you are not paying attention to the little details, coding may not be for you. I can tell you this. When someone sends me an email, if it's someone that I don't know, and they write my name wrong, that gives me already, I said, the person is not very attentive to little details. And I'm bad with that. I mean, if I try to type someone's name, I'm gonna mess around. I'm gonna mess it up. But what I do is, I do the old copy and paste. Copy the name, paste it. There's no way to go wrong unless the person misspelled his or her own name, you know? So that's my strategy. Anyway, not Anderson. I kind of spoiled a little bit because I show my slide deck, but who's that guy? Who knows who's that guy? That guy, come on, this is a CNN guy, you know? No one? He's still active there, you know? He's still doing his job there. Anderson Cope, yes, that's an Anderson, but it's not me. This other guy there, who remembers this guy? You know, a very, you know, now it's ancient movie, but still very cult-driven type of movie. Who's that guy? Mr. what? Mr. Anderson. Okay. That's it, Trevor. Mr. Anderson. But I am not. My name is not Anderson. Okay? That site, you can go there. Actually, I crave for people to misspell my name, because then I give them the URL. I tell them, go to that URL, you're gonna find the explanation there. So actually this site is live, I don't know, for 12, 13, 14 years. Because people were doing that so much, I said, I have to put a website together. Vish, welcome Vish, good to see you. Okay. Private messages, I will try to address them as we have pauses, okay? So I can read them and I can address them. But again, just be mindful with Zoom whether your question is private or public. If your question is really public, post it to everybody so everybody can see and everybody can benefit, okay? Great, so let's keep going here. So a little bit about myself. I've been in the industry since 95. 99, I got my bachelor's degree in computer science. I started my business here in Canada in 2007. I started teaching online only in 2010. So online, this online thing here is not new for me. I love it, actually, I like it. And at Centennial, face-to-face initially, I started back in 2018. So I'm coming towards my second year at Centennial, okay? And I love teaching. To be quite honest, I discovered this kind of teaching face-to-face and remote, but still having the personal interaction, and I love it. I really love it. I really love teaching, and I hope that this will come across over time as we talk more and more, okay? Those are some of my business. I am not a full-time instructor, professor, but I'm going towards that, you know. The more and more I'm teaching more at Centennial, I'm teaching more online as well, but those are my main business at this point in time. I'm not going to talk about them, but Deskpaw is about technical support. We provide support there, and then in here is a training website in a certain technology there, okay? So, but I'm not super active with them anymore. My main activity really is teaching online and face-to-face, like this one, the synchronous way of teaching. So Centennial and online initiatives that I have, like Udemy. I just released a course on Udemy a few months ago, about 2 months ago. I'll send links to those. I'll send a free link at some point so anyone can have a look at that course for free, okay? But yeah, I love the experience on Udemy as well. I love the platform too. And I love machine learning. I love machine learning as well. But this course I love even more. So as I quickly mentioned, I'm originally from Brazil. I came to Canada in 2002. And this is the gang. The gang lives in Ajax, so we're not very far away from our Centennial's campus. But that's Ajax, Ontario. Well, the picture is not in Ajax, but we live in Ajax. And this little one is upstairs right now. And she's by herself. So it's not, I mean, if you hear someone coming by, she might be the one coming by, you know, because today her classes didn't start yet. So she's at home today. And mom went to work today because she is a kindergarten teacher. Okay, hobbies, I like tennis. That's what I did a little bit in summertime, but not a lot. But I love tennis. But what I really love is podcasting. Podcasting is a big hobby for me. As you can see, I have my mic, I have my gear here. This was not put, you know, yesterday. I've been doing this for 10 years now. So I really like to communicate, to talk on video, on audio only. That's my medium, and that's what I like doing. You know? So podcasting is a big part of me, a big part of what you see here with SoloCoder, what you see solocoder.com, the podcast that I put together. Again, I put together this podcast for students like you that wants to hear voices from the industry, what they are talking about in the industry, what were their job interviews like, how they find their first job, how they got started on coding, how they network, how that's the kind of thing that I like talking about in the podcast, and I will highly recommend the podcast for you for your careers. Podcast is not necessary for the course at all. There's nothing in the podcast that will add to the course, but add to the technical content of the course, but to your careers, from every single episode, there is a nugget of information, of knowledge, of experience that my guests bring to the table that I always say, oh, I learned something new here. And that's what I try to bring with my guests. We are in episode, just under episode 60 right now, so it's been over a year that I'm putting together one episode every single week. And again, bringing the voices of the industry. This is very important. I have more than one that, okay? So again, you're gonna always be seeing me with that one, with one of those, but I have more than one. Okay? And this used to be more important when we had more classes more frequently, synchronously. Right now it's once a week. So you will never know if I'm with the same one, but at the very minimum, it will be washed. Okay. Let's talk about teaching a little bit. Teaching philosophy. This particular semester will be a different semester for all of us. Because what you have done, what you have gone through by mid-March until August was an attempt to convert the face-to-face course to a fully online course, face-to-face as well. This semester will be different because you're gonna have, instead of having 4 hours with me synchronously, you're gonna have one session of 2 hours, which is today, and then the rest of the week for you to use it the way you see fit. Go through the content yourself, and then every week you're gonna be meeting to answer your questions, to talk about, to practice with exercises, and it's a chance for us to work together. And we're gonna find ways to work together outside of this time frame as well. And that will be part of some of the things that we're gonna be discussing today, okay? So I'm sure that you may have questions. Okay, so what if I need some help outside of the class time? I'll be able to address that. Let's see here. I have some public questions here that I want to share with you. Is that brick wall a green screen? No, it's not. This is not green screen, okay? It's not. It's not a green screen. Okay. It is not. Good question. I love the question because now everybody has a fancy back screen. And mine is legit, this is legit screen, Good question there, friends. Very good one. Jaya, where can we exactly find your podcast? You can find the podcast at solocoder.com. The podcast is there. You have links to Google Play, to iTunes, to Stitcher. Solocoder.com. That's it. Just go to the website. Frank Trevor. Yeah, that's the one. Max, the YouTube one. The YouTube is not the podcast really because the podcast is really audio only. I've chosen to do audio only, but in the YouTube, what you can find is you're gonna find the posts with the recordings of those classes, of the class that we have, okay? But the class recordings as well will be available on the Centennial, and I'm gonna point all of that today, okay? Spotify is, Mohammed, good point. It's also available on Spotify. Awesome. If you find, again, any player that you have, just search for Solo Coder and you're gonna find Solo Space Coder, I think. If you put together, maybe it won't show up. I'm not sure. Okay, so teaching philosophy. Again, this will used to be more applicable when we're doing face-to-face or synchronous, but one thing that you have to keep in mind in technology or any other field out there, you have to have this learner mindset. You are always learning something. 6 months ago, I didn't know about machine learning. 3 months ago, I put together a machine learning course. So we are always in constant learning, not only as an instructor, as a professor, but as a student, but as a professional in the industry as well. I don't need to tell you that. Our industry is very, very fast-paced. So sometimes it's mind-boggling of the amount of technology that you see out there. What should I be focusing on? So one is that don't get overwhelmed by the number of technologies. the point is, if there is one technology that is hot right now in the market, stick to that, get deeper into that technology and go for it. You won't do wrong, because I can tell you things like a dozen here: Ruby, C#, Java. Java will be there pretty much forever, you know, because bigger institutions, they need Java developers, you know. So whatever is the technology. Now there are the shiny ones right now. What you're gonna be doing in this course here is one of those shiny ones. We're gonna be talking about Node a lot here. So again, cannot be shinier than that one, okay? But the point is that you have to start to develop a mindset of the learner mindset, that you are always learning something new. And that's one of my teaching philosophy. I'm here as well to help you to learn how to learn, to best learn, because then you can use that anywhere you go. With any other technology, in 10 years, in 20 years, you're gonna be using that there. Because we are all humans. Our way, you know, new tools of learning will show up, but the way we learn, you know, we learn this in a way using different tools, but the same way that we have always learned before, you know. Flipped classroom, well, again, this is usually a way that I'm gonna ask you to come ready next week for the content of next week. But again, in our setup right now, it's slightly different, so this may not be that relevant. But active learning is the approach that I'll not be here all the time preaching to you. You're not gonna be sitting there for 2 hours and me blasting information here. No, you're gonna be doing exercise as well. You're gonna be practicing your own. I'll be here to guide you. Don't see me as that guy or that person in a pedestal that knows more than every one of you. No, I'm here as a guide on the sides, not a sage in the stage. Okay, so I'm a guide here. Okay, in your learning. So you're gonna be doing a lot of active learning here, not just me blasting information. Okay, great. Okay, what else? Okay, so let's flip this a little bit. So now what I'd like to do is I would like mic. Which mic am I using, friends? I'm using one of the Blue Yeti mics. Very good line. I have this mic here for, I don't know, for 5-6 years. Very, very good mic. Okay? So, enough about me. I would like to get to know you a little bit. Okay? We're gonna do that in 2 stages. The first one is I'm gonna ask you to fill out a survey. A survey, it's optional, but I would highly recommend that you do that because, one, it's a way for me to get to know you. I'm gonna be asking questions there. For instance, are you using a Windows or a Mac? Which time zone are you in? Because I know someone told me in the chat, I think it was Max, that it was midnight. I don't know if it was Mac. Maybe I'm confused, but that was midnight already for him there. Okay, so I want to know where you are in the globe. Because with that in mind, I can plan office hours that I will be available to you, so you can come in and talk to me at any point in time with that time frame. So by knowing where you are right now, and I just put the continents there so you don't have too many options, by knowing where you are, I will be able to plan my office hours a little bit better to fit as diverse as the locations that we may have here in the class, which, to be quite honest, I don't know. I know that someone is at midnight right now, okay? So, one of the first tools that we're going to be using together here is Padlet. However, on Padlet, this is not the final URL. The URL is really this one here. Let me copy this. Okay. So I'm gonna put the URL in the chat. So it's Padlet's HTTPS and then comp229. Sorry, I did this privately, and this should be for everyone. So if you can go there, I'm gonna give you yet another link. See, it's a link for a link. But that's okay. So on Padlet, I'm gonna share with you this survey. which I should be able to get here. So we are section 6. Very important. Anytime that you try to get in touch with me via email, always mention which course, comp229, which section are you from, section 006, okay? So Padlet is one of the tools that you're going to be using quite a lot. It's a two-way conversation as well. So I'm going to say survey here. And this is the link. You can see that. And I'm going to post the link there as well on Zoom. So in case you don't have Padlet open, I'm just going to go through a few questions in the survey. Again, first one, are you using Mac, Windows, or something else? Actually, you should not be using something else because this course, it's either for a Mac or a Windows, okay? It will require one of those two. But anyway, answer me that. Also, where are you located? Are you in Africa, Asia, Australasia, like Australia, New Zealand, that area there? Are you in Europe? Are you in North America, South America? Where are you? I would like to know that because, again, I can plan my timing better according to where you are. And then there are some student information that I'm asking you to mention here. Any nicknames if you want me to call you like that. By the way, whatever name you want me to call you, I would highly recommend that you use the same name on our chats on Zoom, okay? Because then I can see the question from you, I can see your name, and I can, again, relate directly with your name. If you want, you can also say, your pronoun. I mean, I'm gonna give you my example here. You can refer to me as him, his, he, okay? So you can say your pronoun there. Anything that you'd like to be more comfortable with the class, tell me about that. Tell me about yourself. Maybe tell me about your hobbies. Tell me what you like to do. Anything that you feel comfortable with. Then from 0 to 5, rate how likely are you to pursue a coding career. This course is really about hardcore coding. So I better see a lot of 5s here because otherwise you're gonna have problems here. Okay, so, and also any questions you have for me, any questions that you want to ask me. Now, I'm not gonna address those questions right now in class. I'm gonna address over the course of the week. I'm gonna review this carefully, okay? But I'm gonna give you, actually I just explained a bunch of things here. I might as well just give you, let's see here, give you 5 minutes here to fill this up. And I love timers, so you're gonna see me using timers quite a lot to give us a good sense of time. But Max, how to know which section of the course I'm in? Good question, Max. I don't know where does it show to you, but I can tell you this. I can repeat that, okay? So this is section 006. I don't see that number on Centennial that easily, okay? But again, for us here, our section is 006. comp229 section 006. Yeah, good question, Max. I don't know where that section number can be found. Maybe on my Centennial it can be found there, but I'm telling you, again, make a note of that. We are section 006, okay? And if you need to send me an email and you don't remember your section, you can just say, I don't remember my section. That's fine as well. I'm not gonna walk away from you, Again, just giving you a few minutes. I'm gonna shut down here for a second and let you fill out the survey. Edwin, okay, section should be on your timeline, a timetable. Okay, thank you, Edwin. It should be there. Yeah, that's correct. Fabio, again, I'm gonna mention again the exact reason why they have changed the course content from starting last semester, comp229. I don't know the exact reason because I was not part of that conversation. I was just told that it has been changed, but maybe they saw, I'm guessing here, I'm not saying that this is, but that's what I'm assuming. Maybe they saw that there was a big demand for this stack, for mean stack, and they decided to change. Again, this is just my guess. I don't know the reason, the exact reason for that, okay? No problem, Fabio. Okay, so whether you had a chance to do the survey right away or not, or if you still have some stuff to complete, you can always do as we go through, and again, you can even save it to do it later as well, but very important to do that. And if I see, when I look at the results, I'll see if there's anything. Well, first of all, I'll look at your questions if you have some, and I'll get back to you. And if there's anything there that needs to be addressed, like someone that has Chrome OS and it's working from a Chrome OS, it might be challenging for you to get through the course, So again, if you only have a Chrome OS, maybe you reach out to me so we can discuss your options here, because this course will require a Mac or a Windows, okay? I'll be working via a Windows, so it will be always easier for me to do via Windows, okay? So, great. Now what? Now, what is the other stuff that I have planned for us today? Well, here's the thing. One very important aspect of this course is group work. From the middle, not even middle, I mean before the middle of the semester, yeah, way earlier, we're gonna be doing a long-lasting group work. So you do need to work within groups. You do need to get to know each other. No way around that. There is, again, the group work, I think it's around 55%, and we're gonna look at that today. 55% of the course grades, So it's key. It's very, I cannot stress this enough. It will be a very important aspect of this entire course. Okay, so one of the ways that you're gonna start to get to know a little bit about each other is, well, to introduce each other. Guess what? I'm gonna be doing that thing that nobody likes doing. I know. I don't like that. Not that I don't like that. I always feel a little bit unsettled and uncomfortable when people ask me, okay, go introduce yourself there. And yeah, guess what? We gotta do that. But here's the thing. We're gonna do that just in pairs, okay? So what I'm gonna do is with Zoom, there is a feature that I can group the participants in groups of how many I may want, so 2, 3, 4 people. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna break all of you down into groups of 2. You can, if you want to share, again, if you want to share your camera, you can. At the very minimum, I would recommend that you share your mic. You open your mic so you're able to talk to each other there, because you're gonna tell a little bit about yourself, the other person will tell a little bit about him or herself, and you get to know each other like this. Because eventually, you're going to be forming groups. And this is just a little seed of that activity that you're going to be doing later in the course, okay? So, again, I would highly recommend that you can open your mics as I do the breakout rooms. If you don't have a mic, that's fine. You can type in. If one has a mic and the other one does not have, that's fine. The one that has a mic can open the mic and can talk. The other one can type. However it is, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it through, and we're gonna do it. Okay. So I'm gonna do this randomly. There's a feature in Zoom that I can say breakouts in randomly in groups of 2. That's what I'm gonna do now. It will take about, just because, to be quite honest, I think that this is not the first time that I do this. I'm gonna give it 5 to 7 minutes for you to do that. Half of the time, one talk, the other half, the other person. So you have a chance to talk about yourself and listen from the person as well. Okay, so 5 to 7 minutes. I'll put the timer, but I don't think that my screen will be shared. I'm not sure. But once the time is up, I will just bring all of you back to the main room, okay? Any questions so far? I mean, anything that is a lingering question there, I'm gonna give you a second here to see if any questions comes up. Okay, so again, use this time well. Guys, this course is intense. It's very intense. I'm not joking. This is intense from an instructor perspective. From your perspective, you're gonna see how much stuff we have to go through this course. So it's important that you start to form alliances right now, you know, and your best alliance will be within your group and be able to do work together in the group. Okay, so I'm gonna try this right now. Let's see here, breakout rooms. Okay, where's the breakout? Okay, breakout rooms. Perfect. So I'm gonna break automatically. So we have 28 participants. Let's see here. Yeah. So I'm gonna build 14 rooms, 28, 2 participants per room. Again, 5 to 7 minutes. I will bring all you back. You don't have to worry. If you are done, you may want to come back. But again, make sure that you have a good conversation there. Again, 5 to 7 minutes. I'll be back. You should see an invitation there to join the rooms. Yep. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna make you join another room. Just hold on a second, okay? Okay. Okay, it seems that your partner there joined. So again, Manas, Prabnor, see if you can get to know a little bit about each other, okay? Prabnor, are you there? Just trying to see if you are active. Manaz, yeah, see, okay. So again, if that does work out, Manaz, we can find another way to get you in a group. But the time is running out, you know. Okay, I'm gonna leave the room. Okay. Okay, just waiting a second here for everybody to be able to rejoin us. I think that everybody joined us. Yeah. Okay, so for some of you, it worked out well. For some of you, it didn't work out quite well, but that's okay. It's a good try in technologies like that. Some things work, some things sometimes they don't. And I'm not sure if I'm sharing my camera here. Let's see. How come I don't see myself? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Trevor. So I think it's fine. Great. So I hope that you have been able to talk a little bit and connect with someone there and with one of your classmates. Again, big part of this course will be group work. Okay? So I'm gonna do something right now and I'll explain why in a second. Okay, so let me open our course shell and I'm gonna take attendance. I'll explain how I do attendance and why I do attendance, okay? So let's see here. As I speak your name, just say hi, hello, I'm here in the chat, okay? When you hear your name. And I may misspell your name, I may mispronounce your name actually, but we can always fix that. Okay, so let's have a look here. So section 6, week 1. So here we have, I think, yeah, let's keep by the first name. So Abdullah, Adriana, again, just say hi, I'm here, or something like that in the chat. Okay, so I know that you are engaged and you are around. Okay, so again, Abdullah, Adriana, I don't see you, Adriana, Ali, Jid, yep, Ali, Aliyah, are you there? Enmin, Nguyen, Enmin, Anuben, okay. Atif, you're there. Okay, I'm just checking if I'm Bilal, Carlos, Chan, Christine, and Curtis. Chan, Christine, and Curtis. Curtis there. Chan is there, okay. Christine, Curtis is there, okay. David, Dylan, and Divesh. Dave is there, okay. Dylan and Divesh. Edwin, Ethan, and Fabio. Edwin's there. Fabio I think that you are there as well. Ethan is there, okay, perfect. Fargana, themes and friends. Friends is there. Themes, I saw you before. And Fargana. For themes, yep. Grady, Guilherme, and Hashiran. Grady, Guilherme, and Hashiran. Okay, Guilherme is there. Grady, I don't see you. Hashiran. Hogan, whose name? Hogan, Hussein, and Hussein. Hussein Eldin and Hussein Mirza. And we have 28 people, 29 people, and almost no one is replying to me. Verbal. I mean, come on. So Hogan, Hussein Eldin, and Hussein Mirza. Okay. The ones that are not responding, I'm marking them. Okay, so Ibrahim, Yusuf, Ilasong, and Jackie. Jackie, okay, Jackie. Ilasong and Ibrahim. Okay. Jalen, Jason, and Jasper. Jalen, Jason, and Jasper. Jay, Jingjin Lin, and Jia. Jay is there. Jingjin Lin. You know what? I know what is happening here. I'm so sorry about this. I didn't filter the section. That's why. Okay, you know what? Let me do something here. I know what is happening now. The thing is not filtering the section. That's why so many people are missing. No problem. Okay, so let me carry on here. So Alia, again, Jalen, Jason, and Jay. Jiang Xin Lin, Jia, and Jorge Carlos. Jorge is there. Kautuk, Manaz, you're there. Kautuk is there. Manan Patel, Matthew Lees, and Mohammed Hajo. Matthew is there. Mohammed Hajo. Mohammed is there, okay. And Manan Patel, I don't see you. Okay, we're almost done here. Sorry for the mistake here. Prablint, Prabhdeep Kar. Prabhau, okay. Prabnor, Pulkit, and Rublin. Prabnor, Pulkit, and Rublin. Steve, Thu Pavo, Thu Nat Pavo, okay. Pavo, maybe. Steve is there, okay. Trevor, Vishua, and Wei Hao. Trevor is there. Vishua, Wei Hao, Kai, okay, Kai. And Zen Wang. Vishua and Zen Wang, okay. Max Wang. Oh, Max Wang and Zen. Oh, I get it. Max, you are Zen Wang, correct? Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, got it. Again, sorry for the mistake here, it took more time, but usually this goes quicker. I'm going to talk about presence and attendance at some point, okay? But to keep us moving, by the way, the idea is that at middle of the class, we have a 5 minutes break. So by Eastern time, by 1:20, we should have a 5 minutes break. Today, because it's kind of a different day, to be quite honest, it's a light day. There's no content really to get a break of. I'm gonna go straight. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a break. You may need a break from me. That's fine. So just refill some water, get 5 minutes. Once we come back, we have our second stage here. So 5 minutes and we will be back. Refill your water there. It was muted. Okay, so again, can you just give me some feedback there in the chat to make sure that my mic is working properly here? Just quick okay or not okay. All good? Thank you, Trevor, Steve. Awesome. Okay, so this part now, what is it that we're going to be talking about? Well, let's talk about what I usually call this part as class commitments. We're going to be talking about how we behave, what is expected. We're going to be talking about assignments. We're going to be talking about the course outline, a lot of details how we're going to be conducting the class, the classes in person and also the time away from the class, So this is really to set expectations properly, and so you don't come later and say, oh, we didn't talk about that. This is the right time to talk about the things that we need to establish to get to run a good semester, So let me start with this. Let's present this here. Okay, great. So first thing is respect. Respect with different opinions, with different backgrounds. Respect above all is what I want to make sure that we keep here. We are all over the place, all over the globe. I didn't look at the stats yet, but I assume that we have people, coming from all over, all parts of the globe, So keep the conversations polite. We may disagree. We may disagree on how we handle things, but again, as long as we keep a I lost the word here. A friendly approach, let's put it this way, we can get anything done together. Okay, so again, respect above all, respect with different opinions, respect with different voices. Okay, let's get down and dirty here and let's talk about the practical side of the course. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 individual assignments only. Assignment 1, assignment 2, combined, they are worth 30% of your entire final grade. Half of that is assignment 1, half of that assignment 2. Okay, so you may think of 15%, okay? So again, combined, 30% of your final grade. For all assignments, including the projects as well, because we're gonna have a huge project that will require a lot of that. I'm gonna be asking you to record up to, not, you don't need to go 5 minutes, but up to 5 minutes explaining what you put together. And then you're gonna upload this video together with your assignment, okay? So not only the code for the assignment, but your explainer about what you have done. And in the, I'll share that a little bit later, in the links within Centennial, I have shared a list of free tools that you can do screen recording, so you can put this together, okay? By the way, I can already show this. I'm gonna flip here to Centennial so I can show as we go along. So on Centennial, this is our base camp. This is our main communication tool, to be quite honest. If you go to your course shell, your main course shell, if you go to content, under content, you're gonna be able to see links. Links, you're gonna find the main links of this course, including free screen recording software. I have placed 3 suggestions there. Okay, so again, for the recordings of your assignments, your explanation, you can use any one of those. You record the screen and you record your voice within the screen as well. It will help me to give a proper grade to you. Again, all of our links are listed here. It includes Zoom and the other tools that you're going to be using. And if by any chance there is something here, there is something that I mentioned that is not here in those links, let me know and I'll make sure that I'll add them. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so that was it. So again, video recordings, I showed the link there. What else? Project. We have one single group project that is worth 55% of your grades. Now, it has many parts, so you're not gonna risk everything in a single 55% project. No, okay? So we have, throughout the semester, you're gonna be delivering different parts of this project, okay? Part 1, and here we have the breakdown of each part of that. This will total 100%, okay? But again, 9% of the 55%, 19% of the 55%. Is that right? I mean, yeah, it should be. Let's see, 54. Yeah, it should total 100%. So again, 90% of this, 19% of this, and it goes like that. Okay, so again, one group project, the group will have between 4 up to 6 people. I really think that 6 people in a group is a lot of people, but anyway, 4 to 6 people is the group size. You're gonna be working a lot together during the course, okay? We're not gonna be forming the groups this week yet. We're gonna form the groups, I think, next week, okay? But those are different parts. Each part of those will require a video explanation, demonstration of what you are delivering as well for each one of them. As I go through, by all means, you can write your questions there, and I'll save them to when I'm done with the grading part here. There's also a midterm. There's a midterm test, okay? So, as you can see, well, there's a summary afterwards. So there's one midterm test. There's no final test. Your final is this. The group project makes up for your final test. There's no final test here. There's one midterm, however, which is individually done. You have, I think that you have a week to deliver that. It's worth 15%, and you have to deliver code as well. You have to record up to 5 minutes video explainer on what you put together, okay? This is done during week 7. So in terms of dates, they will show up. They will start to show up on Centennial as we go along, okay? But again, it's a hands-on test. You have 1 week to develop that. You have to record a video explainer, and it's worth 15% of your final grade. So this is not so much applicable anymore here because you don't have a test that you have an hour to do it. You just have an hour to, no, you don't have that kind of thing. We're gonna have assignments that you have days to get done. You're gonna have a midterm that you're gonna have a week to get done. You're gonna have a project that you have several weeks to get done. So there's no really, not really a single test that you, but again, I just bring this slide to mention the difference between, you know, memorizing and understanding something, you know. When you memorize, my daughter, my 9 years old, she can memorize the definition of what mean is or what MVC is, but she doesn't understand that, you know. So memorizing and understanding, I'm here to help you to understand, you know, the content of this course. Not just the content, but, you know, the technical aspects and what you can do, what you can build with what you're gonna be going through during this class, okay, during this course. Okay, so you're gonna hear me talking about that for a few minutes here, because I want to avoid what usually happens in courses, face-to-face or online, no difference, is plagiarism, copying. You know, somebody gets the code from somebody else and then they use that code. I don't want to see that here. Actually, again, this is a topic that I don't derive any satisfaction of talking about it, but I want to point that out because I don't want you to get caught out of surprise here. Okay, so I have tools and I have 20 years of experience in this environment, and I know when something is a copy of something else. Okay, so if you come across a situation that you feel like you need to give code to somebody else for an assignment or for the midterm, and you are giving your code to somebody else, you are taking a chance there. You're taking, again, you are running the risk of getting caught and getting a 0 on that one. Again, I don't like threatening, so this is not me threatening you. This is me just clarifying what you're getting into in case you share your code with somebody else. Project is different because project is a group project. However, project as well. Don't share your group project with another project, with another group, okay? Because if I come across, again, it will sound harsh, and it is, but I don't care who gave and who received. I care that I see 2 pieces of code that are the same. And I know when something is the same as something else, you know. I really know that. And again, I don't want to have that hard conversation with any one of you. Because if you receive a note from me saying that you got 0 because your project is the same as another student, I will only say that if I am 100% sure about that. I don't play with that kind of stuff. I don't. So again, if you get that, it's because I know. And you don't want to risk that. You don't want to be the one giving that code to somebody else. And you're gonna risk yourself? I mean, I can share with you emails of students from last semester that they say, oh, but I did the work. I know, I get it. You did the work, I get it. But you gave your work to somebody else. Does it justify? It doesn't justify, you know. So again, that argument doesn't fly. So if you see yourself wanting to copy something from somebody, there's something wrong there, and come to me. Tell me, Ederson, I don't understand this, or I'm completely lost here. Well, don't tell me that you're completely lost. Tell me, no, ask me questions, but come to me. If you have a problem, come to me. If you wait for the problem to happen with copying somebody else's work afterwards, don't come to me because it's already done. It's too late in the process, okay? Don't come afterwards, come before. Before, excuse me, I can help you before. Afterwards, I cannot because the damage is already done. To be quite honest, I don't care about copying, but I need to follow the guidelines of the college. And the college has those guidelines in place, and I need to follow them. Okay, so again, I told you a few minutes I need to go through this. I don't enjoy doing that, but just want to show you things that I have heard before. I left my computer open and someone got my files. Well, guess what? If you are sharing your living quarters with somebody else, don't do that. Don't leave it open. I don't know. Be careful there. If you share on GitHub publicly and somebody else got the code from you, I got those kinds of excuses before. I don't want to hear that. Oh, I got from a student from a different section or from a different semester. Well, the good thing is that this is the first semester of this content here, so you may not be able to get from a different semester, from a semester that happened already. But again, we have multiple sections here, so it doesn't matter if it came from a different section. If it's copying, it's copying. Copying either within the group or no. Again, it doesn't matter. Is there any questions about this? Because I really want to move on here. Okay? A few lines, the first piece of code that I'm going to share with you. Okay? There's a bonus that I want to share with you. I'll be sharing next. And I'm here to be reference to you in the future. I would love to be reference to each one of you. And I've done this before. If you have cheated in my course, yeah, you're going to get a 0 and that's it. You may think, okay, it doesn't matter. But don't come to me in the future asking for a reference for yourself. I have denied references to students because he was not even the one copying. He was the one giving. But because he gave, I said, you know what? I'm not going to give you a reference letter. I'm not going to give you. So again, if cheated equals true, bonus going to be null, eliminated, and reference you're going to be set to false. Okay, so the first code that I want you to have in mind. Anyway, a quick summary here. By the way, bonus, I'm going to talk about bonus right now. So in summary, if you want to take a snapshot of this, and by the way, this presentation will be shared in our first week on eCentennial as well, okay? The PDF will be there. Summary, we have 2 assignments, we have 1 group project, we have a midterm. This is total of 100 points. And you have a bonus of 3% that you need to get it done this week. What is that bonus? Well, it's already available in Centennial. I will share this with you right now. I will just review that. If you go to assignments, let me see if it's here. No, it's not here. Actually, it's in communication discussions. So you need to send a personal demo video. Yeah, it should be available today at 10:30. Yeah, so you should be able to see this. Actually, someone has already posted. By the way, this becomes available to everyone. Okay, so again, record a quick video. It might be on your phone. It might be on your computer camera. Just talking a little bit about yourself. Let me, again, one more way for me to get to know you. And not only for me. Actually, here's the thing. This is mostly for your classmates. For your classmates to get to know you. For you to start forming groups as well. Okay, so you're going to upload your personal demo video. You're going to just talk a little bit about yourself up to a maximum of 5 minutes. Okay, you don't need to tell the whole story of your life, even though I would love to hear. But again, you have 5 minutes time frame there to upload yours, and that's worth 3% of your final grade. Again, don't play with that. You get 3% the first week. I would get that. So you have until week 1 until September 18th. So it's Friday. Friday midnight. You have until Friday midnight to upload that. You got 3% already on your grade there. Okay. Again, let's see if there are any questions there. No, nothing. If you want to ask a question anonymously, you can do that using the Padlet link that I shared in the chat. Okay, so I'm monitoring Padlet here as well. That's another way, but with Padlet you can ask anonymously. I don't need to know who asked the question. Okay, I told you day 1 is a little bit slow, but that's fine. Again, we're gonna play a game here, and I'm trying to explain the rules of the game. Great, so let's talk about some other topics here. Friends, when is personal video demo due? Friday, this Friday, midnight Eastern time, okay? Friday, midnight Eastern time. You have 4 days to record that. Again, it doesn't need to be polished or anything. I'm just, just bring the true you to the video. It will be available within our class, okay? So everyone in our class will be able to see the video. So keep that in mind. The video is not public out there, but it's public within our class, okay? So, course outline. Let's talk a little bit about the course outline. I think it's a good moment to open the course outline. So, let's have a look there. So if you go to Content Unicentennial, and if you go to course outline and schedule, let's open the course outline here. Okay, this link should give the course outline. By the way, you may see that this is a 14 weeks course, 13 weeks course. Don't get confused. And again, it may become confused a little bit because it is confusing. What can I say? But this is a 13 weeks course. If the course outline, which I'm guessing might be showing 14 weeks, it's not 14, okay? Let's see here. Yeah, okay, at least 14 it says NA, that's fine. So again, this is a 13 weeks course, okay? Keep that in mind and things will be spread throughout all those weeks. So let's see here. So the course outline, if you check the assignments, assessments, everything here will match what I have shown already. Except there's a bit of discrepancy here with the project's worth here. Let's take to the one that I presented instead of being this one here. I'm gonna double check that. Let me write a note here. I'm just gonna double check that. I'm gonna check with the powers to be to see if this is the one or that is the one, to be quite honest. But again, it's a minor variation here, okay? Not a big one. Anyway, you can see the evaluations here. You can see the contents week by week, a summary here as well. Every week, at the end of every week, you're gonna see the next week being open for you to go through the next week, okay? So we don't open all the weeks because just gets a bit overwhelming. I'm not gonna go week by week here, but this week, just so you know, this is what I call the installation week. The installation week is a week that you're gonna install the different tools that you're gonna be using, okay? If you look at the content is there. You're gonna be installing things like Visual Studio Code, VS Code. It's normally mentioned as VS Code, okay? So VS Code, you're gonna be installing MongoDB, Node.js. Those tools are going to be installing this week, okay? So Git as well, you're going to be installing. So this is, again, a soft week, an installation week. By the end of the week, you should have all those tools installed in your environment. And you should also, of course, upload, if you want the bonus, upload your personal demo bonus, okay? Then next week, we're going to start with the mean stack. Who knows? Actually, I'm asking not too many questions today, you know. I'm not usually like that. But tell me this in the chat. What is mean? What does mean mean? Sorry about the pun. No pun intended. But what means mean? What is mean? M-E-A-N. What is that? Anyone there in the chat? Come on. Either chat or Padlet. Tell me. Let's interact a little bit. It's just me here today blasting. You can tell me, what does it mean? It's an acronym. Acronym of what, Trevor? What does it mean? It's a stack. And each letter means something. Each letter is is a different technology in a way, you know. So you're gonna be going through the entire mean stack. Mean, nobody? I mean, I'm checking the... Come on, Google. Just Google it. That's fine. I don't mind. You don't need to know that by heart, you know. That's okay. I keep Googling stuff all the time, you know. No problems. Yes. M, MongoDB. E, Express.js. Express.js is a web framework, you know. AngularJS for front ends. Node.js, our backend application, you know. So again, that's what we're gonna be talking about. To be quite honest, each one of those topics could potentially be a course in themselves, because they are a lot. Angular, oh, so much. So again, hold on your seatbelts, and we're gonna get through this, okay? There's another stack called MERN. MERN with R instead of A, which is the, instead of Angular, it's React. We're not gonna be going through React in this course. We're gonna be going through Angular, okay? Why is that? Well, it was the choice made by the powers to be, but really there's a big debate on the web that, oh, should I learn Angular or React? Angular, let me tell you this, Angular is more comprehensive. React is slimmer, is more just UI. Angular is a little bit more comprehensive, okay? So for React to do the same things that Angular does, we need to add more libraries to React to be able to do that, okay? So Angular was the chosen, but let me tell you this, Angular or React, to be quite honest, if you get one of those right, you are good. You are good from front-end perspective, okay? So week 2, we're gonna start with our mean stack, okay? Week 3, we're gonna start to work with Express. Express is a Node.js library to build web applications, okay? Week 4, we're gonna be starting to implement MVC. MVC means, again, another acronym. Anyone? Anyone out there? MVC, come on. Anyone? Model View Controller. Model View Controller, that's it, Max, that's it, Atif. Model View Controller. By the way, this was the same structure that we had for the previous course. That used to be C#. We used to have MVC with C#, okay? So we're gonna be talking about MVC here in the context of mean. Week 5, we're gonna be talking about database. We're gonna be talking about MongoDB. Week 6, we're gonna be talking about authentication, okay? When you read chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, we're talking about book number 1. If you want to have the book as a reference point, you can. Okay, so there are 6 books as a reference for this course, but you can start by focusing on book number 1 here. When it, again, the course outline, it says chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's from this book. In this book, I'm gonna share, it's already there, let's see, yes, it's already there. You can get this book for free, the digital format, by logging to O'Reilly with your Centennial user account, okay? With your Centennial web account. How you can do that? If you go back to content, I'm gonna open that in a different tab. I have shared here in the links. If you go here to book, here is the link to that book. When you click there, you're gonna have to log in with your Centennial credentials. If you want more details about this login process, you can watch this video here. Just 3 minutes of this video in this exact point, and you're gonna see me demonstrating how you can log in to O'Reilly and have access to the entire library of O'Reilly via your Centennial login, okay? Let's see if there's any questions there. No questions, okay? So those are, again, I'm not gonna go through line by line of the course outline, but Then we have the test on week 7. Again, we're going to be talking about TypeScript. We're going to be talking about, well, we're not going to be really focused on MERN. That's just, I mean, you're going to have an idea of the difference, which is really Angular and React, but that's about it, you know. I mean, we have enough material to cover here to have to worry about React on top of Angular as well. Okay, we don't need that. Again, more about replacing. Now here's the thing. If we have time, if we have, depending on how things will flow, let's put it this way, we may skip Firebase because, again, this week here, we have so much to cover that we may or may not be able to get to Firebase. Let's see how things will happen there. But it's scheduled here. Let's just see how things will flow from here. You don't have to use Firebase for projects, for anything. So again, this is kind of optional towards the end. We're gonna do the project demonstrations here this week. Again, it's video based, so you can pre-record those. But that's it. You're gonna see also throughout the course a lot of links to Lynda. It used to be called Lynda, now it's called LinkedIn Learning. There's a lot of links there that points to LinkedIn Learning. Let me show you a few here. If you go to week 1, in the overview, you're gonna see a link to Git, a link to a video course on LinkedIn Learning of 1 hour. 1 hour on learning Visual Studio Code if you want to. I mean, you don't have to spend 1 hour learning Visual Studio Code, to be quite honest. You don't. Just install it, and as you go along, we get to know the tool. These are important. So again, you have 52 minutes of JavaScript closures there. Important to go through this. Important to go through JavaScript classes as well. Okay? Those are all important topics. So again, guys, let me tell you, I'm here to support you. So you're gonna see that there's so much video, there's so much content here in this course. I can tell you this roughly. You need to put, I was discussing, you know, this, what is that? What is the number? We had a, yeah, every week I would recommend you to set aside easily 4 to 5 hours for this course alone. Okay, you need that time, because look at this. Even though this video shows as 52 minutes, but guess what? Are you gonna be watching this video for straight for 52 minutes? You will not, because you're gonna be pausing to try yourself. Okay, so keep that in mind. However, also think about this. You can put this video playing at 1.5 speed, because sometimes the instructor is, you know, is slow, has a slow pace, so you may want to speed this up. Speed to a point that is still comfortable to you. Click the closed captions there, have the captions showing up as well. Okay, and as I said, I'll be always here to support you through this. Anyway, you're gonna see a lot of videos throughout the course. Again, you have all access to the entire library of LinkedIn Learning, which used to be called Lynda, via your Centennial email address, okay? So email address, and then I think that you have to log in to Centennial and then come back. You have to do the single sign-on. Give it a try and see how it goes. Okay, let's finalize here the course outline. Yeah, I think that's it, really. And there are more details here. Again, if you want to go through the details, go on your own. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to support you. So that is the course outline. Let's see here, what else? Attendance. I'll be taking attendance, but not because this will impact grades or impact anything. I just want to have a place that tells me, oh, who's coming, who's not. Because let's say it's the middle of the course and you come to me and you tell me that you don't understand anything, or you have a, I don't know, and I'm gonna check, okay, are you coming to class? Are you communicating with me? Are you telling me that you are having problems via email, via Slack? We're going to talk about Slack a little bit later, but via Slack, are you telling me those things? Because you have to. So if you come to me in the middle of the course, tells me that you don't understand anything, and never reached out to me, I'm going to say, okay, what were you doing? I mean, you need to keep telling me that something is missing there, that something is not clicking, and do that as early as possible, okay? Because again, the course is intensive. So I take attendance, but don't worry if you don't come. You don't have to come. That's fine. That's okay. That's really okay, because I record the class. I'll make it available. By the end of the day today, the class will be available on YouTube, and the link will be also on eCentennial, which, by the way, you can find it right here. If you go to, once again, content, and then scroll down to videos, section 6 is ours. So this is a playlist. As we go through the different weeks, the other videos, they will show up here, okay? There's nothing here because, well, this is the first class, okay? But it will show up in this spot by the end of the day today. Okay, let's keep going here. There's a few things before I get it done. Quick note here. Okay, assignment delay, 20% off per day of that you don't deliver that. It's acceptable up to 3 days. After 3 days, it's not accepted anymore. Now, assignments, I'm flexible. If you come to me and say, hey, I just have this problem or that problem, I have whatever it is. If you have a problem to deliver on the date, just give me a heads up. Just that, okay? But yeah, I'm flexible with that. One point that I'm not that flexible is really the midterm. Midterm has to be delivered within the midterm time frame. But with assignments and with projects, again, there's always some leeway that I can work with you to accommodate, okay? Again, feel free to ask questions if you have. Okay, so we have one meeting every week. Most likely I won't miss any one of our meetings, but there might be those cases. No, this used to be valid when I was going to the college, but I don't go to the college anymore. So again, the only time that I will not be coming if it's when I'm extremely sick for some reason, and I'm in an ambulance in a hospital. But even in that case, check your email. If I don't come to class in the time that I'm allocating for the class that we know for the class, check your email, because I have sent something. Something has happened there. Last semester I didn't miss any classes, so it was all good. Actually, one class I was a little bit delayed, but I sent an email. I said, hey class, I'll be delayed because of this, and that, but come to class, wait for me, and I'll be there, okay? So again, if you don't see me right away in the right time, check your email. I most likely have sent you an email explaining something that may have happened. But again, it's the exception of the exception. I'm very committed to our class, okay? As I said, eCentennial is our base camp. You're gonna see there outlines, grades, communications, weekly contents. That's our base camp. Again, Facebook group, I sent you an email last week. It's an add-on, but no key information will be posted someplace else instead of eCentennial. eCentennial is our base camp. Everything will be there. That is our guiding, okay? However, we're going to be using third-party tools like that, like Padlet, to talk through in class as well. You can ask me questions privately there in Padlet. We also be using Slack as well. Now, it becomes a little bit messy when I try to keep checking those different places all the time. I know when I'm in class right now, I keep a closer look at the Zoom chat I have Padlet behind the scenes here, but this is our Padlet link. You can save that. And again, we will always be referring back to that tool there. Used to share links, used to even share files, you know. And again, I think that the best use of it is when you want to ask a question without me knowing that you asked the question. It's useful. You know, sometimes you want to ask something that, I don't know, might be a little bit that you would not ask if I knew who you are. Someone is already asking that. Is this true? Yes, it is true. I see. I keep checking that. Whoever asked that, if this is true, yes, it is true. You can ask there. You can just click the plus, and that's it. Okay, I have no experience in JavaScript, but looks like that you're gonna become awesome with JavaScript and Angular. Yes, I know, that's true. Next slide here. Nearpods. I'm not sure if you're gonna be using Nearpod. Nearpod, I use it a lot for informal quizzes, but because our classes are, we only have this time allotted to the class, I don't know if you're gonna be using that or not, but it's another tool that I used to use quite a lot. YouTube, the channel. The videos will be shared there. But again, you saw on Centennial where you can find that, okay? Podcast. Yes, I mentioned that briefly. I'm going to mention this again. The podcast, this is the address. I bring voices from the industry. I bring voices of well-known developers out there in the market, I'd say my biggest one so far was Scott Hanselman from Microsoft. He's a big name. And he gladly talked to me a few months ago. So I'm always trying to find someone. And if you know someone that you admire, you like what he or she puts out there, let me know. I'll try to reach out to them as well to be part of the podcast. So, and if you have questions in the Facebook group, whenever I'm gonna record with someone, I'll ask questions in the Facebook group. I'll say, okay, what would you like to ask this person or that person? So again, be part of the group, be part of the podcast as well. If you need a link to be part of the group, it's just solocoder.com/group. That's it. You're going to be directed to the group. Trevor, I use Podcast Addict for Android. Search for Solocoder. They did not bring anything, but the space between helped and found. So, okay, great. Very good to know, Trevor. Yeah, I don't know why, but together it doesn't come up. I think that the way I described in the title of the podcast, I put it as Solo Space Coder. So I'm glad to know, Trevor, that you were able to find it. Okay. So again, Solo Space Coder, Space Podcast. You should be able to find it. Okay. Awesome. Slack. We're gonna be using Slack. Slack is good to share files. Files that may or may not be relevant to put in the course shell. Actually, let me tell you the biggest use of Slack that we had last semester. When students wanted to share code with me, now we are using Git. So you can use Git, you can use private repositories on Git and share with me. However, you can also use Slack. You can upload you can zip up your code, upload to Slack, send it to me, I'll have a look. I did that dozens and dozens of times last semester, okay? If you have a friend from last semester, just ask them. I did that a bunch of times. So Slack, please join our Slack. I sent invitations to every one of you. However, if you missed the invitation, the link is available on, if I can find Centennial here, the link is available here under links. Here it is the Slack invitation. You just click on this one here. 06 is ours, okay? 05 is the other class. 06 is ours. Slack is saying the email address you select has not been invited to this workplace. Please try another one. Friends, send me an email about that. Are you trying with your Centennial email? Send me an email and I'll sort it out with you, okay? Again, just drop me a note so I can put in my pipeline and I can address that. I'll address that. Okay, we are almost done here, but there's something, Zoom meeting, the link, save the link. This is always the same link for the same Zoom meeting, okay? Always the same. I'm not gonna be reminding you to come this time, okay? If you don't want to miss, come this time, I'll be there, okay? 5 minutes break after 1 hour, I mentioned that already. As I mentioned to you before as well, if you're having problems, tell me, come to me, tell me that you're having problems. Don't hold that back from me, okay? Because again, I don't want to hear later on in the course that you're having problems. Come as early as possible. Kai, is that any problem to download these applications by Mac, such as MongoDB, if I don't know how to install it? Okay, so here's the thing, Kai. You should be fine. You will be fine with Mac all the way through. I'm a Windows guy. I'm on Windows. So it will be hard for me to support you with installation details on Mac. I can tell you this. Someone that knows a lot about Mac told me that you have to use the sudo commands to install and to give access to. Again, do I know what sudo command is? I kind of know, but Mac is not my forte. So I cannot help you too much with installation details on a Mac. However, with those videos that I gave to you, you can find details on installation with all of them. And again, it should not be a big deal to install them. But again, on Mac is not my cup of tea, okay? So give it a try, go for it. Anything else? Anything else from anyone? Anything else that I might be missing? There's one big point that I want to make before we leave for the day, okay? Again, if you have anything else, let me know, but I think that's about it. Recording, as I said, I record all classes, so it's gonna be available by the end of the day. But again, if you can come, because I love seeing your faces. I love interacting real-time live. If you cannot, that's fine. That's fine. This is supposed to be an online course. But in our synchronous time, come, join me. It's a way for us, it's a time for us to interact as a group and as a team, as a group, okay? My email address, well, I sent plenty of emails in the last few days to you, so you know my email address, you know how to find me. We can always meet by Zoom, we can make an appointment, we can meet, but I will be publishing at some point, hopefully this week, my office hours. Office hours will be based on your survey, on where are you in the globe, so that I can adjust timing closer to be able to accommodate people that are all over the globe here, okay? This is a wrap up. Change is the end result of all true learning. I want you to change with this course. I want you to start one way, finish a better professional, a better coder here at the end, okay? Max, all mean underneath is JavaScript, isn't it? Yes, Max, all mean is JavaScript. Everywhere is JavaScript with our mean platform, okay? With our mean stack. Before I let you guys go, I want to share one link for a background survey. Again, I'll be using that. You don't have to identify yourself, but I'm gonna ask you your comfort level with the different technology that this course will cover. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, Node. Have you used any of those? So I'm gonna share right now a link, and you can take the rest of the last 3-5 minutes that we have here together just to fill out this survey. Again, it's anonymous, you don't have to put your name. It's a Google form, and the link is on the chat. I promise it's the last one of the day at least. So it's on the chat and it's on Padlet as well. So second survey. Here it is on Padlet. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions there, so I get to know your technical ability so far. HTML, have you heard about HTML, CSS, object-oriented programming, JavaScript, Node.js? How familiar are you with those things? I want to get a sense of who the group is, who you are, so that I can best assist you in your learning journey here, okay? So get this one done. It's just multiple selection from 1 to 5. Rate yourself in those areas. That's fine. If you have never heard of it, if you have never worked with it, mark as you have never done it. That's fine. Yeah. So again, that's how I would like to wrap things up. Thanks so much, everyone. Really a pleasure to have you all working together with me. I'll tell you this. I saw someone asking the question, is this a tough course? I won't lie. It is. Because there are just a lot of moving parts here. But if we work together, if you do your part, I'll promise you that I'll be doing my part here to be able to support you through this journey, and we're gonna get there together. We're gonna get there safely, okay? So answer this. Tell me if you need anything. I'll be publishing my times. And by the way, don't forget to upload your demo video before the end of the week. I think that was the last thing that I had in mind. Any questions? Anything here? Again, do the survey. Do this last survey. I need to get to know you. But anything that I may have missed, I spoke a lot today. Again, don't get used to that. I don't speak that much usually. Okay? That's just first day. Following days and the next days, you will be doing the talking. I'll be around for another 5 minutes. So again, feel free to leave, feel free to do the survey. I'm here in case you want to discuss anything. And yeah, that's it. It's been my pleasure and looking forward to work with you. And again, getting to know more about you. Get the installation done this week. Get the building blocks. Get Node.js installed, MongoDB installed. Go through week 1 and go through diligently on week 1, okay? Because it's very important that we follow all of that. We don't have me all the time during the week. So again, follow that diligently and I'm gonna do it. Manas, let me see here. I have completed survey. It is fine to pick 5 if you don't know the details of a language. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine, Manas. Yep, that's okay. Just want to see how familiar are you from 1 to 5 with that particular technology, okay? I would say that 5 is more of, I know that quite a lot, okay? So maybe I need to reword a little bit the questions, but yeah, that's about it. Correct. Someone asked the question, only the video is due this week? Yes, that's correct. Only the video is due this week. Also, the do things for everyone. You can also always check that at the beginning of the week, there will be what is expected from you to deliver that week, okay? And again, if you have any questions, any concerns about that, reach out. I'm just 1 email away. Usually I say 24 hours to respond to an email, but usually I get back to you way quicker than that, okay? Okay, the group, just answering another private question here, the group will start to be formed next week, if I'm not mistaken, okay? So more about that as we go along, but yeah, don't worry about that this week. Next week we start to talk about that. Okay, Max, let me see what you posted on Padlet. Let's see there. Is this true? I have no experience with JavaScript, but this looks horrifying. Okay, let's see. I've never seen this, to be honest, Max. I've never tried this, Max, to be quite honest. If it is, I mean, it is what it is, you know. So how do I read this? How is this? I'm again sorry. I feel a bit stupid here, Max. But let's see. Type an A. Yeah, I'm kind of missing how to read this graph, to be quite honest. I feel a bit stupid here, Max. Okay, let's see. Oh, input. Okay, so okay, output. So I guess that the one at the top is the input, the other one is the output. Okay, I see. I get it. Okay. I got it. Thanks for the clarification. Sorry for the stupidity here. Well, but let me tell you this. There's no stupid question, okay? So my question is not stupid. Anyway, everyone, very good to have all of you. I'll be dropping the call. If you need anything else, let me know. You can always reach out. I'll be communicating with you through the week to tell you things like when is the office hours that you're gonna have me available. But that's it. Welcome to the course, and I'll see you all next week or throughout the week as you require. I'm usually on Slack as well, but yeah, the best way to get a hold of me, to be quite honest, it's not even Slack, it's really email. I'm always checking my email. Slack, if you put @Ederson, an email gets dropped to me, so I know that someone asked me something there. But again, email is the best way. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great rest of the day, a great week, and looking forward to our journey. Thank you, Max, Dave, Trevor. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye now. Cheers. Peace.